What would you do if you had not one, 7 days left to live? What would you do with your time? Would you cram in as much as you possibly could and do everything on your bucket list? Or would you focus on a couple of things and hang out with just a few people that really spark joy in your life? Well, this book, 4,000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman, has a different take on productivity and using your time. And it's not what I thought this book would be. So I'm going to give you the top 3 takeaways of what I thought about this book. Let's get into number 1. Hey there, if you're new here, I'm AB, and on this channel we read a book every week and I give you the top takeaways from each of them. Before we get into number 1, I want to read you a quick quote from this book that we're going to get into today. Philosophers have been worrying about distraction at least since the time of the ancient Greeks, who saw it less as a matter of external interruption and more of a question of character, a systematic inner failure to use one's time on what one claims to value the most. So I ask you, what is the most important thing to you, and why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it right now? The most important thing, your goal, the thing you want to become, do, be. And this is where we get into number 1 of this book, which is the efficiency trap. So this idea that you become more efficient means you have more time, right? You can really plow through and just like do all the tasks on your to-do list, get everything done really quickly so you have more free time. You can finish work earlier, you can go do that thing, you can do this other thing. And if you haven't quite picked up on, you don't actually get more free time because you start doing more and more and more and you fill in those gaps. So I just want to draw you this little quick diagram to make more sense to you. So let's just say you have too much work, right? So you want to become more productive, right? So yeah, it makes sense. You've got all this work to do. You want to be able to get through it all, right? So then what happens is after being really productive, we actually get more time. Get more time to do the things we want to do. We can finish earlier. But what actually happens is that our workload goes up. And then it comes back to now we have too much work to do again. And this idea that if I become more productive, I'll have more time doesn't actually always benefit ourselves. We actually fill it with more and more stuff. I want to read you this quote. The problem isn't exactly that these techniques and products don't work. It's that they do work in a sense that you'll get more done, race to more meetings, vary your kids to more after school activities, generate more profit for your employer, and yet paradoxically, you only feel busier, more anxious, and somehow emptier as a result. Who's benefiting from you being more productive? Like, let's say you're employed and you do a really good task and you do it really quickly. What's your reward? Normally it isn't actually a pay rise or anything like that. It's a, let's give it to so-and-so, let's give it to you actually because you're more productive. You get it done. Yay, great, now my workload has gone up and I get no benefits from being more productive except for helping my employer make more money and use me more efficiently. Is that benefiting me? No, not really. Productivity is a trap because more efficient just makes you more rushed, and trying to clear the desk simply makes them fill up faster. So I want to get on to takeaway number 2 of this book, which is the next step fallacy. So this idea that we want to get things done so that we can, save for the house, save for that nice car, save for, the holiday, whatever it may be. And so what we do is we work harder, we work more, we save more, we do all these things for future self. We build up all these skills so that we can do this other thing. And we can't relax right now because we need to do all this stuff so we can have it better off in the future. And what this does is we're no longer in the moment. This idea that we're doing it for something else, for a goal, a future, a task, we actually forget everything that's around us. We forget that, our spouse is hanging out over there, watching TV. We forget our kids want to play a game with us and we're like, no, we've got to do this thing so that I provide for my kids better or something like that. You should be focusing on the now. You know what I mean? Like, play with your kids now. Read that book now. Enjoy that cake, enjoy the meal rather than reading a book and enjoying the meal or watching TV and enjoying the meal. Actually focus in on the moment, the now, because that's actually where life is happening right now, not in the future. It's actually happening right now. This is us. We're doing something right now. Missing out is what makes our choices meaningful in the first place. The idea that we want to do all these things, right? We want to go over here, we want to see this thing, we want to watch this TV show, we want to see the sights over here, we want to go on holiday here, we want to, drive that car, see that movie, go for that goal, whatever it may be. And this idea of always, wanting more, but we can't actually do it all. You know what I mean? Life is short. Literally, we have 4,000 weeks. So we can't actually do it all. We have to actually focus on a couple of things. And when we choose just a couple of things, what we choose to spend our time on becomes more meaningful because we have less time. We don't have much time on this earth, and this idea that, no, I want to spend time reading this book. I want to spend time with this person is actually really, really meaningful because we have chosen to do just that one thing and exclude everything else, which is crazy when you think about it, because you can do anything you want, but you're choosing to watch this video. You're choosing to do something else. You have a goal in mind, and you've chosen that one thing over all these other things you can possibly do. Rendering yourself more efficient, either by implementing various productivity techniques or by driving yourself harder, won't generate results in the feeling of having enough time. Money spent mainly on fancy notebooks and felt tip pens in service of the belief that if I could only find the right time management system, build the right habits, and apply sufficient self-discipline, I might actually be able to win the struggle of time once and for all. And this idea that we can, take hold of that. We all have 24 hours. Beyonce has 24 hours. You have 24 hours. The president has 24 hours. The mayor has 24 hours. That actor has 24 hours. That kid on the street over there has 24 hours. We all just have 24 hours. And we can't magically do more in it. We can only do so much. We only have so much energy. And if you keep doing more and more and more, you are gonna burn out. And this idea that you can get on top of your time management is just crazy. We work for future self. Whatever it be, maybe holidays, that object we want, that asset we want, whatever it may be. Where this is all future. But what really matters is actually the present time, right now, present. And that could be anything from hobbies. It could be work. It could be what you're focusing on, your main goal. It could be whatever you might be. And that right here, this here, that is where life is actually happening. It's not the future, it's not the past, it's right now. And this contradicts the next main point of this book, which is patience and power. This idea that we have to speed up, that we have to do more. Think of snail mail. Back in the day, you'd write a letter, put it in the post, and it would come within a week. Now we have email, which is instant. And now, before we had landlines where you had to be near the phone to receive a call. Now we have these guys, cell phones where we can be contacted anytime. We're expected to be able to reach someone at any time we want. This idea that we need it now. We have to do it now. And now we even have AI that's going to even put more demand on us to do even more. And this fallacy of get it done, do it now. You have all these tools, rush. Typical, stereotypical, old-fashioned thoughts about people staying at home. They were expected to, take care of the house. And then the washing machine came along. And oh my gosh, you have all this free time now because you can do the washing with this machine rather than doing it by hand. But then the people at home that were taking care of the house were expected to do even more. So this item that saved them time actually made them have to do more other things. And it's crazy, but if we just slow down a little, think of it like this way. The original Latin word for decidere, means to cut off, as in slice away alternatives. Decide on one thing. And another quote from the book. In this situation, making a choice, picking one item from the menu, far from represents some kind of defeat, becomes an affirmation. It's a positive commitment to spend a given portion of time doing this instead of that. Actually, instead of an infinite number of other that's, because this, we've decided, is what counts the most right now. Doing this thing. We've decided to do this one task. We've decided to do this one goal. And we've decided to exclude everything else. Makes it so much more meaningful, more powerful. This is our focus. This is what we can do in a day, right? And we have this one goal we want. Maybe it's two, whatever it may be. But then we get sidetracked with a task A, task B, task 2, task 3, whatever it might be. And now we have to do that because we're in a rush. We're expected to do something. We're expected to respond to those emails. We're expected to instantly do this thing because now we have all these tools. So we have to do this task. And now I'm being pulled over here. So I have to do this task. It's just crazy. Where actually, if we push all these things aside and we are okay with letting things slip through the cracks, we can just focus on this guy, main goal. And then if we are known as that person who just does that one thing, then someone's not going to be like, oh, let's go to them to do this little, whatever it is, minute task that's urgent, supposedly. Because they are always just doing that one thing all the time. But the thing is, when you're doing this one thing, you have more focus, more time, and you become a master at it. It's really, really crazy. And this book of an idea of you only have 4,000 weeks in your life, which is actually probably less depending on your age. Like I probably have 2,000 weeks left in my life. So what we choose to focus on really, really, really matters. And Oliver Burkeman really does sink this home to all of us, that we need to focus on what matters. Being productive isn't necessarily going to result in more time to do the things we want. It's only just going to push more workload onto us. It's absolutely true. And this book was far from what I thought it would be. Absolutely far from what I thought. It's more philosophical than I thought it would be. I thought this would have given me tips and ways to do things so I could be more productive or spend more time on the activities I want. Now, this was a book about stepping back, like relaxing, being like, okay, I can't do everything. I don't have much time here. I have to let things go. I have to just focus on what matters to me and let everything else go. It was absolutely amazing. It was truly amazing book, actually. So after talking about this book for a bit, and I really thought this book was amazing, I'm gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10. It's a really good book. I highly recommend it. It gives you an idea of how much time we have, but to really focus in on what matters, which is what this book is all about. I think this one will hit home a little bit more. And if you want to think about the human condition and letting go and being more realistic, the Tao Te Ching is probably also a really good offshoot of that book. But if you really want to focus in on one thing, I recommend you watch this video here about a really, really good novel writer who just focuses on one or two things and that's all he does. So I'll catch you over there.